Welcome to the world of Cinderella, wherein the journey to Madhya Pradesh. She dreams of her childhood, her achievements and her emotional legacy of art. Let's dive into page 1. A young Cinderella discovers her calling. While others play, her charcoal-stained fingers fly across paper, blending ancient folk patterns with a bold, modern energy. Consistently winning first place in every school and intermediate competition. Her teachers watch in silent awe as this young girl transforms simple canvases into windows of a deeper world. Passion for art cares nothing for status, only for soul of the craft. Years later, leading Indian bank approaches her, seeking an artist for promotional campaign. She agrees, but states, "We'll do it for free, not for money." When advertisement launches, nation is mesmerized. Advertisement goes viral before digital age, sparking war between rival banks and global chocolate companies, yet Cinderella remains unmoved by mountain of money offered to her, denies them all, choosing purity of her passion over the lure of profit. Cinderella travels across India, her fame growing with every stroke of her brush. Her greatest dream is to build a permanent art monument in her home state of Madhya Pradesh. However, the 1990s are a time of rigid legal authorities and endless paperwork. Despite spending years and her hard-earned commissions on legal fees and government officials, her dream is repeatedly crushed by red tape. She is left heartbroken, her vision for a public legacy stalled by a system that doesn't understand her heart. Decades pass. An 86-year-old Cinderella, now sick and frail, begins her final journey in a car driven by Thomas. Clad in her signature brown shawl, stops at a highway dhaba for a tea break. However, she takes a whiteboard and marker from her car. She draws the landscape. A crowd of travelers and dhaba owner gather in stunned silence. When she tries to pay for her tea, the owner refuses her money. He asks only for the art. She gives it to him, watching as he proudly nails it to his wall, pure exchange that heals her weary soul. As the car glides north, she dreams of her glory days in Mumbai. She is at the top 10 artists of India gala. The sound of live classical music. The challenge is to paint a masterpiece based on the melody's rhythm, securing the prestigious second place. In her dream, she sees her younger self smiling for the cameras, holding the award that cemented her place in history. It is a memory of a time with young blood spirit. The melody of dream is shattered by a violent jolt. The car has been rammed by a heavy lorry. Engine groans and glass vibrates. Cinderella is shaken, but miraculously unhurt. The driver, Thomas, apologies, but Cinderella remains calm. "It's okay even if I die now," she whispers. When Thomas begs her to live long, she smiles a cryptic, beautiful smile. "I will live for years to years." But how, Thomas asks? "You will witness how very soon." After hours of grueling travel, the monument finally appears. A roller coaster of emotion speaks as car. Her eyes fill with tears as she gazes at the grand structure. This is the place where India's Best Art 1995 is mounted. The air smells of history and incense. She is no longer just a sick old woman. She is a queen returning to her throne. Inside the monument, she navigates past the works of world-renowned masters until she finds it, her own masterpiece. Time stands still. With a sob of joy, she reaches out and hugs the cold frame of the painting. To her, it isn't just canvas. It is her youth, her struggle, and her love. Thomas watches, moved to tears, as she repeats her prophecy. "I live on for years to years, not as a human, but as art." In this moment, the boundary between the creator and the creation dissolves. Word of her arrival reaches the highest levels of government. Suddenly, the quiet monument is filled with the sound of boots and ceremony. Top officials and armed forces arrive to provide a late but grand tribute. They present her with certificates and national honors, recognizing her as the soul of Indian contemporary art. Cinderella accepts them with a peaceful heart. Her lifelong battle with authorities is over. The very people who once blocked her dream now stand guard over it. In the golden light of the monument, Cinderella's last wish is fulfilled. As she breathes her last, a sudden wind sweeps through the hall. Her brown shawl flies from her shoulders, drifting through the air like a spirit until it settles gently over her masterpiece. She passes away into heaven, her soul finally free. The proverb of her life is etched into the monument's entrance. There may be 1,000 Cinderellas in the future, but the world will only ever have one of her, the artist who became immortal.